It's time for the sandbox news. This week there's some new clothes. Most of the Hack Week games have been finished. There's a horror game, a haunted house map, Socceteo, a maze game, and VR table tennis. There's new customization options, updates to Boomer, including a ton of different game modes, and I worked on my NPC Zombie game. There are no new updates to Construct. However, I noticed something new about Construct today. Now, I didn't realize this before, but there's actually grass right here on the ground. I didn't realize there were little 3D pieces of grass. I think it's been here before, so it's not really an update, but I think this is pretty revolutionary. There's a new hairstyle and vest. There's a new mullet hairstyle. We can see it here. It looks very realistic. And this is called the sleeveless jumper. So it's a jumper without sleeves. This clothing item is cool because you can wear it on top of other shirts. So I can wear it on top of chainmail or a flannel shirt, and it can also be worn underneath armor. So it looks fine here. I think with the metal armor, oh, it actually looks pretty decent with the metal armor too. So that's pretty crazy. You can have 3 different layers of shirt. The Face Punch Hack Week games are mostly finished. I made a whole video on After Dark. It's like a Resident Evil style game where you have to navigate the dark city and defeat the enemy zombies. This game is Socceteo. What you have to do is click on one of these little characters and drag it out to move it. Oh, I guess I kicked it in the wrong direction. So I have to go like this. Interesting. I guess I would need another player on here to play it properly. According to the rules, you have to click and drag to flick your pieces, and whoever's in the lead after 3 minutes wins. So I think I'm supposed to get this ball into the enemy player's goal. Oh, looks like there's a little cooldown on how quickly you can fight your player. I'm actually playing this game twice right now because I guess nobody else is on right now. Wait, you kick it into your own goal? Why do you start on this side? Maybe I just don't understand how this game works. Are you supposed to kick it like an insignificant amount? Oh, maybe you're supposed to kick it into your own piece. I'm sure this would be thrilling if there was another player online right now. Oh, the red team scored. What luck. This could be fun in VR, although I feel like the networking would probably be pretty tough. Game over? Does it tell me who won? No, it just freezes when the game ends. But we can see I won. I beat myself 4-1. I'll definitely have to try it out with a real player. This game is called Mazing. So I played this a little bit last week when it was still a work in progress, and I have to jump over these walls and deliver my sandbox key to the keyhole. I can't jump. Okay, that was weird. You also want to pick up these doubloons. Looks like your character gets tired. I can see these little like water droplets on there. I'm going to the next level. I escaped, baking 10 doubloons. Wow, I'm rich. So, oh, I didn't mean to fall down there. Whoa, they're blue. Or they're white. That's crazy. This is a blue doubloon. Did these white ones chase me? Oh, I think they do, yeah. That's pretty dangerous. I think I might be dead. Oh no. Oh, so I guess if there were more players in the game, it would last longer. Is the key placement randomly generated? I think it is. I'm pretty sure last time the key was on the other side. Huh. So I have to jump over a wall in order to drop it. Okay. Very interesting. Let's see how far I can get. Is this a different level? I think it is. Let's see if I can... Oh, I can't jump. I tried jumping over the white enemy there, but it didn't work. Okay, I've escaped. So far, I've received 34 doubloons. This level looks very interesting. Do they know where I am? I don't know if they know where I am, or if it's just random, their movement when they can't see me. Oh, I can't jump. I guess I was out of stamina there. Rest in peace. And yeah, the key was in a different spot. I wonder if it's the same cooldown every time you jump, or if you jump multiple times in a row, if there will be a longer cooldown. Let's get these treasures. Ooh, it's a miner. Don't mine at night. What does this guy do? What if he sees me? Is he friendly? Looks like it might be a friendly one, although I really doubt it. This is the furthest I've gotten I don't think I have to get the money. Like, can I just leave without picking it up? Oh, I can, yeah. What is this? Oh, it's a magician. Ooh, he teleports too. That's pretty crazy. This is a co-op game, or it could be a co-op game. So I think it'd be easier if you had multiple players. There's a lot of enemies here. Okay. Whoa. Oh, I've been defeated. Rest in peace. I was killed by a charger. I definitely want to play this one again, probably with more players. But for now, let's move on to the next game. This is a haunted house map. So this was made by the character clothing artist. I think this was his first map. So let's explore it. It's supposed to be a haunted house. So let's explore the haunted house. There's a wardrobe, a window here, very interesting, and a weapon of war. Now, originally I thought this map was actually supposed to be for the After Dark game, but it turns out After Dark just had its map config set up incorrectly. Garbage on the floor, a chair, wow. Oh no, a mannequin, I'm very frightened. Some sticks on the floor, whoa. Oh, this door, I guess it doesn't open all the way. What about this one? Does this one open? No. I don't know about these stairs. This feels like you could hit your head on here if you were tall. Oh, I am hitting my head on there right now. So there's stolen road equipment up here. Did these blow up? Why are there vegetables being grown inside? That's pretty crazy. I'm very frightened. This is terrifying. Oh, it doesn't open all the way. I wonder if that's like a bug or if that's intentional. Because this looks like it should be a room that I should be able to go into. Okay, there's some mannequins in here. Whoa, this mannequin has a mask on it, so you don't know who this mannequin is. You can't see its face. Is there anything outside? Oh, there's some floating windows, and it looks like an early version of the interior out here. That's pretty scary, actually. Wow. What's in this room? A doorway. I'm in virtual reality now. I've become the game, and this is actually my first time looking at the table tennis VR in Sandbox, and it looks like my hand is not... Why is my hand like this? What? Okay, so
Merry Christmas.
Looks like this game is still an early work in progress because my hand is in the wrong position. It's so interesting. I don't actually know if this works in single player, and there's supposed to be a menu that I can open up in VR with a bunch of cool VR settings in it. However, I can't seem to figure out which button opens that up. Maybe that hasn't been implemented yet, but I'm pressing every single button on my controller and I can't bring up the menu. I don't actually know if this game works properly yet. Wait, oh, look at the AO on here. That's so weird. It's just a box AO proxy. Huh. Look at the shadow. Anyways, I don't think this works right now. At least there's no single player mode. So I'll have to get another player on here another day to check it out. Here are a couple screenshots from the developers. So it looks like there is supposed to be a practice mode. I don't know if it's implemented yet. I wasn't able to open up this menu. Here we can see what the other players look like. So on the other side of the table, there would be a floating head. And I think this is supposed to be their skill level. So I'm not entirely sure, but I believe VR table tennis includes an ELO ranking system. Here's a video from the developers showcasing the settings menu. So it looks like we could adjust our offset position along with your paddle hand and paddle angle. So this is pretty revolutionary. Again, I'll have to take a look at it sometime with another player. There have been a ton of updates to Boomer, including a bunch of different game modes. So there's Deathmatch, which is the default game mode. Insta-gib is a game mode where you instantly gib somebody with your laser rifle. First blood. It did 10,000 damage, I think. That's crazy. The next game mode is Master Trio, which gives you a rocket launcher, which does not deal any self-damage, the railgun, and the lightning gun. Now, in this game mode, you get infinite ammo for all three types. I haven't actually played any of these new game modes. However, I think this one will probably be my favorite. The next game mode is Rail Tag. From my understanding, one player gets a railgun and everybody else doesn't, and you gain points by not being tagged. Whoa, what's going on here? This guy doesn't have the armor or anything attached to him. That's pretty crazy. It hasn't actually given anyone the railgun, so I'm not sure if this one works properly. I am just playing with bots though, so it might not work with bots. Next up we have Rocket Arena. Now this game mode gives you rocket launchers with infinite ammo, and it looks like you don't take any self-damage in this one. I think the rockets insta-kill you, similarly to Instagib. We have a bot, looks like this guy didn't get his clothes again, and yeah, it's an insta-kill. This one seems pretty fun. I'll have to try this one out as well, because I really like rocket jumping and getting air shots on people. Now, that wasn't actually an air shot. It was close enough. And finally, the last new game mode is Master Ball. So apparently this one is similar to Oddball in Halo. Now, I've never played that, but from my understanding, there's a ball somewhere around the map. Why did it only give me 1 minute of game time? Not entirely sure if it works properly with one player. So I guess I'll retry it. I have my time limit set to 10. Now it doesn't tell you, but this is actually in minutes, so 10 minutes. And I'll restart it. That's so weird, it put me on 1 minute again. Now, Master Ball is supposed to have one player that has a ball. However, I can't seem to get it to work with just bots. So if I spectate, nobody has the ball. So don't really know what's going on here. These are the timers for the super upgrades. Once the cooldown expires, the big upgrade spawns. This gives me 200 health, and I believe the one over here gives you 200 armor. This does give us a neat opportunity to look at the map vote. Now, not entirely sure why there are TTT maps included in here, that's kind of weird. If I go back into the default game mode, I should be able to look over all the updates. Oh, what? It put me back on 1 minute timer. That's so weird. Anyways, I have 1 minute to show off all the updates. So I think the map has been updated. I'm not entirely sure what it looked like before. I think it looked pretty similar, but now it looks like it's even more finished. So as you can see, it looks very unrealistic. There are new small health potions and armor shards. So I think these give you 5 health or armor each. What? The lobby? Why would anyone ever want to play Boomer on this map? Why is that included in the list? That's so weird. Is that like a glitch? Wait, what? Why would anyone do this? Is this a good map? I feel like this map definitely was not designed for... Oh, we have 30 seconds left. Let's look at the final update that I know of. So there's a new show movement hit. So if I turn this on my crosshair, it'll show me which direction I'm moving. So that's really crazy. It's revolutionary. These new game settings are possible because of the new custom game settings options that we can add. So in the project settings, we can go to game settings, and we can add custom settings to show up in the settings list. You can choose between a bunch of different data types. So a string would be words or letters that you can type in. A boolean is either an on or off. A float is a number with a decimal attached to it. An integer is a whole number, and a choice would be multiple choices from a list. Now, of course, you have to code functionality into these settings, but this is really neat that we can have custom game settings now. These new settings are pretty crazy, pretty revolutionary. There are also some pretty crazy and pretty revolutionary updates to NPC Zombie Horde. So I started working on some very basic new zombie animations. I sourced some new animations and I put them on the zombies. It's still an early work in progress. You can see their feet aren't always attached to the ground as they should be. And I changed up what the zombies do when they're idle and they don't have a target yet. Previously, they would just be constantly walking around and doing 180-degree turns randomly. But now, instead of constantly walking around, they'll occasionally stand still and do a crazy animation. Look at this guy right here. This is how you know it's an NPC zombie. There's something really cool that I didn't realize I could do until recently. Inside of the animation itself, I could set up an event point, which I can use for anything I want. In this case, I have it set up so that the zombies deal damage during their attack animation when they actually swing at you. So that's pretty crazy. It's very realistic. I've also implemented a new impact grenade, so I'll throw it and it'll explode on impact. There are also a couple of weird bugs that I want to point out. So recently, there was a new bug introduced with the character's hair in the UI elements where it'll make their heads look transparent wherever they have hair or glasses. Such a goofy bug. And also, whenever I load into Boomer first, all the health kit models turn into the Boomer health kit model. Anyways, Sandbox is still early work in progress, unlike this video, which is over.